Hello, I just wanted to jump on really quick and film a tutorial about how to use the MyFlo app. Just a little rundown because it's super helpful and especially helpful with tracking your daily cycle, which is part of the tracking documents that I like to see so that I can best support you also. So, just how to use this app briefly. So, your period will show up as the dark purple line. When your period starts, you hit the button at the top that says My Period Started. And then when your period ends, you hit the button at the top that says My Period Ended. It'll change to that. And then that will be the solid block of purple. And that tells us how short or how long your period was, which is good information. And then it will kind of dictate the rest of your cycle also. It'll do its best to kind of guess. So my next period is set to be October 3rd. Sometimes it's a little early, sometimes it's a little late. It just depends. That's just their guess. So don't, freak out too much if it comes a little early or a little late. But it's all good information to have. So today is the 25th. I am going to click on that. And I already kind of added some stuff in, but I'm going to go to the edit so that I can show you how I did that. I'm going to take everything off really quick. So you could say how your cervical fluid is. You could add in any of your symptoms. If I'm feeling, I have some blemishes, I'm experiencing some cravings, maybe some fatigue, and some mood swings, anything that you're feeling, you can log, which is great. And it's super easy. And you can also say, how I supported my flow today. Exercise, strength. Awesome. I did that. You can add anything in the notes here, which is great. Also, if you didn't see something that was maybe a symptom that you're experiencing, you can add that into the notes. And then there's always a little question at the bottom, which is great. It's just so the app can kind of tailor information for your specific situation. I'm not on the pill, so I'm not going to answer that one, but I'm going to save it. And if I go back to it and go down and hit recommendations, this is really cool because it will give you recommendations based on the symptoms that you added. So it'll tell you maybe why you're experiencing this symptom, which is great, what it means, what you can do, and then just like little notes that might be beneficial. So, if blemishes are happening, it might be due to liver congestion from excess estrogen. So you can really learn more about what's going on with your body and how you can support it. And this is, how we can work together more deeply also, how to incorporate these different foods into your diet. So just, read about those a little bit and, get familiar with them, which is great. And you can invest as much or as little as you want in reading all this stuff, but I really think it's super interesting. So you can go back. So that is your calendar, and you can see kind of the different colors are for different phases, and you'll kind of learn that also. But if you go to the top left-hand corner with the 3 lines, hit that. Those are just the features. So I really just use 2 of these features. I use the MyFlo, which is what we're in now with the calendar. And I also use the My Cycle phases, which is the 3rd one down. And this is really great. It just gives you an awesome overview of each of the phases of your cycle and how to best support you during each phase. So right now I'm in luteal, so I'm going to click on that. I can read about what my hormones are doing, which is awesome. If you want to learn more about that, you can learn about your focus and your energy and how you want to go about completing tasks and what kind of types of projects you might want to work on, that kind of thing. Exercise is really important, so not overdoing it in certain weeks, kind of tailoring your exercise focus to your cycle is a really big one. It's a really great tool to support yourself. Food is great also. It tells you kind of what foods you should be incorporating and which ones are super beneficial for this phase. So right now I should be eating foods rich in vitamin B to stave off sugar cravings, which is great. So we can talk about what foods are rich in vitamin B. And this is why it's really helpful for you to input your phase, the phase of your cycle, into that tracking document so that I can know where you're at so that I can best support you during that phase. And then there's another one, which is love, which is the best sex for your flow. It'll kind of tell you what might be the most beneficial for you at that time. If you need more romance, or if you just cut to the chase, or whatever it is, it's a really good reminder. So there's all of that information for each of the phases, the follicular, the ovulation. So, you can really tap into that power of syncing with your cycle. Super helpful, super fun. I know it's a little confusing and complicated in the beginning, but really this is just to help you get familiarized with everything and start tracking so that you have a tool available all the time. Of course, I'm here too to help you with any of this stuff, but it's a great resource also. And if you have any questions, let me know. But I hope you found this tutorial